A man is discovered dead. The location is a hotel room secured by a heavy wooden door. But there is a problem. That door is locked from the inside. There is no open window, no hidden access point, and no logical way in or out. The timeline starts the night before, when he checked into the hotel alone. The front desk staff processed his reservation without any issues. It was a completely ordinary arrival. He took his key, went to his floor, and went inside for the night. The rest of the evening was quiet. No guests reported any disturbances, and the staff heard no unusual noises. That normalcy broke the next morning. When housekeeping couldn't enter the room, maintenance was called to bypass the lock. Inside, they found the guest deceased on the floor. A locked room is specifically designed to keep threats out. But when a body is discovered in a space no one could enter, the standard rules of security and access fail to explain the outcome. It turns a safe environment into a logistical impossibility. When law enforcement arrived, they followed standard operating procedure. The immediate assumption was a routine break-in, that an intruder either picked the lock or forced the door. This 3D schematic of the door's locking hardware shows why they ruled that out immediately. The internal deadbolt was firmly engaged from the inside. Investigators found zero damage to the doorframe, no scratches on the strike plate, and no bent metal. They moved to the windows. Every pane of glass was securely fastened from the interior. The latches were closed, and there were no signs of tampering from the outside ledge. The interior of the room offered no evidence of a struggle. The furniture was all standing upright, the bed sheets were barely disturbed, and the guests' belongings, including valuables, were untouched on the counter. The door was bolted, the windows were latched, and the physical space was undisturbed. Since the physical boundaries remained sealed, the evidence rules out any theory involving a physical intruder breaking in. With the room's architecture offering no answers, investigators focused on the body. The victim had sustained a single fatal trauma, a deep puncture wound, which immediately ruled out natural causes or a simple accidental fall. They swept the floor, the trash bins, and the area under the bed. Despite the clear nature of the injury, there was no murder weapon. They found no implement in the room capable of causing that wound. The microscopic trace evidence sweep came back equally empty. Technicians found the victim's fingerprints, but there was no foreign DNA or any physical indicator that a second person had ever been in that space. Even if an attacker managed to leave zero physical traces, they would still have to navigate the hallway outside. That corridor was monitored by security cameras, covering the only entrance. This timeline graph represents the security footage stolen for the entire night. From the moment of check-in to the morning discovery, the graph shows a flat, unbroken line. The cameras recorded no motion events near the door, no forced entry, no weapon, and no foreign DNA. Every tool at an investigator's disposal returned a blank result. They were left with a violent death, but no suspect and no method. After exhausting all standard procedures and re-interviewing the staff, law enforcement found themselves completely empty-handed. They had an undeniable physical fact: a man killed by a clear trauma. Yet they had no weapon, no record of an intruder, and no way for the injury to have been self-inflicted or accidental. The fatal incident was entirely contained within a sealed, isolated box. The sequence of events began and ended without a single variable crossing the threshold of those walls. Today, the case remains permanently classified as unsolved. No modern forensic breakthroughs or new witness testimonies have emerged to explain how the room remained a vacuum. When the physical data proves that no one could enter, and the digital data proves that no one left, we are left staring at an empty checklist. We are forced to look at the gap between the evidence we see and the reality that should be possible. A man is discovered.